Hey guys, waiting on a little pop-up to come up. Well, it's not going to come up today. Anyway, guys, it is me again. Today is Saturday, December the 22nd, the day after the end of the world. Makes it day 357 on our Daily Bread Project 2012. Guys, I just got done leaving a comment on a YouTube channel, and I tell you guys, I don't like getting my blood pressure up, but I tell you, I tell you guys, I think there's going to be a civil war in this country, and I think the election already sparked it. There's going to be a civil war in this country, I think, over the gun issue. Because I have said it forever, and I still believe it, that if the government wants half the people to stand up and buck them, then try to do something with the guns. Now, you know, I believe if they do maybe I don't know, a high-capacity ban, magazine ban, maybe even an assault rifle ban, you know, something like Clinton did back in the day. You know, they might not have too much buck over it, but if they try to go any further than that. Anyway, what I'm getting at, guys, I was getting ready to watch a video on YouTube, and you know how you get those pop-ups showing other people's videos and ads, and oh, it showed this ad from this YouTube channel, and I don't even remember what it's called, guys. MAIG, I don't know, but it stood for like mayors. Evidently, a bunch of mayors across the United States have got together. This channel was founded in 2008, look like. Mayors Against Gun Violence. Anyway, it's, you know, of course, like always, got your big celebrities up there holding signs. Oh, we've got to do something about this gun violence. We've got to make a change. And I got on that channel, and I just tell you, I told them what I thought. I said, listen, I said, you're just like all the other mindless sheep that think taking guns away from people, is going to make us quit hurting each other. And I didn't. I worded it, tried to word it as good as I could to where I didn't sound like a stupid redneck. So me telling you right now is probably going to sound more like a stupid redneck. But, you know, I basically said that you know, taking guns away from people, and it's the truth. It's not going to stop violence. We hurt each other because we're human. And I didn't say this, but I did say we hurt each other because we're human. And if you take a gun away from somebody, they're still going to find a way to hurt each other. I mean, that's just the truth. I didn't say this, but, you know, we hurt each other because we live in a fallen, sinful world. And we're violent and we're evil. You know, that's the way people are. And that's what I said on there. I said, if you want to, I said, you want change? I said, you want to stop the massacres like we're seeing? I said, stop teaching children from the time they're 5 years old that they're a soulless animal. You know, how is it I put it? Stop teaching children that they're a soulless animal evolved from a fish. And all that happens when they die is they die. That there's no kind of penalty. There's no kind of judgment. There's no kind of anything. I said, you know, next thing, stop letting Xboxes and TVs raise our kids. Start teaching our children not from wrong again. That's what I said that on the comment. You know, what else did I say? I don't remember now. But anyway, it just, it's, I tell you this whole deal, guys. I tell you, there's going to be a lot of trouble over this one stupid, ignorant boy with a... My buddy yesterday was telling me that he had Asperger's or something like that, some form of, I can't think of it now, some form of autism, that he was autistic. And I don't know if this is truth or not, but my buddy said it was. And he said those, the ones that have got that, the part in their brain that makes them have basically emotions and makes them have a conscience, makes them feel sorry for people, you know, makes them sad, makes them happy. It's kind of, it's gone or it's screwed up. And, you know, that's kind of, you know, that's how you can go in and kill a bunch of people and not think twice about it. You know, because You know, but I mean, I'm not going to blame it all on that. Like I just said, we live in a society where we teach our kids from the time they can read or start going to school that you're just an animal. You know, you're a highly evolved animal. That, you know, you're the top of the food chain, but pretty much. But you're still just an animal. You know, we got lucky so many billions of years ago, and there was an explosion out in space, and it created this big puddle of I'm so tore up, guys, can't even talk. A big puddle of pond scum, and then it turned into a single cell organism, and then that turned into a double cell organism, and then that turned into a tadpole, that turned into a frog, that turned into a fish, that turned into a monkey, that turned into us, basically. And like I said, between that and the violent video games, and I'm not going to lie, guys, I've said all my life, I think if you're a person that's been taught right from wrong, and you're normal, and you have a conscience, and you have a brain, a video game, a violent video game, or a violent movie is not going to affect you. I've watched violent movies and played violent video games, guys, just like everybody else has. You know, my nephew, he used to play Grand Theft Auto. He played it and played it and played it and played it. And my nephew, and I'm not just saying this because he's my nephew, but he's a very good boy. I mean, he you know, just started college. You know, he's actually one of the few good ones now. I mean, he respects his elders. He respects but you know, he's been taught. His mommy, when he got out of line, she whooped him. She taught him right from wrong. You know, we've taught him, you know, that what he is, and we know when he got high enough in school to where they actually started teaching us evolution crap. You know, I told him from the get-go, I said, I know you've got to do it, you've got to take the test at school. I said, but don't believe that crap they tell you. He said, well, I'm not stupid enough to believe that. That's what he was talking about. He said, I don't see how they believe it, you know. And that's when I was telling him about the whole deal. I said, you know, when you can take a bunch of junkyard car parts and throw them in my garage, throw a stick of dynamite in the middle of them, let them explode, and then when the dust settles, have a new BMW or a new Mercedes sitting there put together, ready to go, then I'll believe in macroevolution. Is there microevolution? Yeah, they are. And that killed me a while ago. I was flipping through the channels, and that It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia was on, which that show's trash anyway. But for some reason, I was on the internet or something, and I stopped on that channel, and it come on for a minute. And they was basically making fun. One of their guys there, he was giving the big argument against evolution. You know, he was acting like he was I don't know, a Christian or something, I guess. But you know, just making fun of us. But you know, when you say there's no evolution, they make you think you're an idiot, or they act like you're an idiot. I'm not saying there's no evolution. Things evolve. I agree with that. You know, things evolve. Things change. People have changed a little bit. Dogs change. Horses change. But horses don't change into people, and people don't change into dogs, and dogs don't change into cats. That's macroevolution. And what they're saying, we've evolved from macroevolution would have to take place, and it don't. Things do change. Dogs change. You know, fish change. I mean, yeah, everything changes over time. If you want to call that microevolution, then I agree with microevolution, that things change. But they only change because God allows them to change, and God wants them to change. You know, people are so ignorant. I don't know, guys. I'm telling you, our world, it's gone, guys. I mean, our world's gone. It is. It's gone. I mean, it makes you want to just give up and cry sometimes, because it's gone so bad, and there's nothing you can do about it. You just want to sit here and, you know, kind of like the little kid from, you know, the one where they let Home Alone. You know, where he splashes the stuff on his face. He's like, that's the way I want to, you know, it makes you want to do that. Go, how can our society be so stupid? You know. I mean, it shows how stupid we are. Look who we just put in president for a second term. You know, well, I didn't, and Kentucky didn't. You stupid people from Ohio is the one that done that. Brother Richard Hunter, Mad Bad Voodoo, if you're watching this, I would suggest you just go ahead and sell your place in Ohio, and you might as well just stay in Kentucky. I couldn't be around the ignorant people that, You know, because that was kind of the deal from what I can take, that Ohio was kind of the linchpin. Whichever way Ohio went was kind of the way the election was going to go. I don't think that's fair either that one state decides the election, but I guess they know more than I do. But yeah, I'd get out of there. I couldn't stay around those stupid people that did that. But anyway, guys, I don't like being on my soapbox, but whew, like I said, I don't know. You know. And getting back to the gun thing, Obama, I mean, he's the devil. He's the devil incarnate. He's the biggest liar. He's the biggest pervert. He's the biggest everything bad you can think of. But he's not a total dummy. And he knows, because you can tell when he's even talking about the gun stuff, that he's talking stern enough, like, oh, we're going to do something to satisfy his people that are breathing down his neck. But you can tell he's kind of, you know, he's kind of holding back, and he knows that he can't do too much, because I mean he'll start some really bad stuff if he tries to do too much. You know, and some people could say, well, you know, all these other countries, you know, Australia, they did it pretty much. England, all these other countries, they took their guns away from them. You know, those are those countries. You're not going to do that in the United States, I'll tell you. You'll not do it. The best thing to do is bring up security at schools. And what I can't figure out, they can't figure out. You know how to make a school safer? Let some of the teachers and the principal, and let them carry guns. Let them have a pistol in their purse or in their pocket. Send them to training. Get them their concealed carry stuff. Show them how to use the gun safely, you know, since they're going to be around kids and all that. If you had schools that had people like that in it, then these nutcases, yeah, sad to say, they may still get in and they may kill one person or two people. But I guarantee they'd be took down before they killed 27 or whatever this guy killed. Put a person at the front of every school. Put them at the front doors with a gun. Somebody tries to force their way through. You've got the situation solved. I can't see why. I don't understand why they're so ignorant. They can't figure that out. Do guns take a lot of lives? Well, no. Actually, I'm going to say no. People take lives. Are guns used in a lot of murders? Yeah, they are. I mean, they are. I'm not going to lie about it. But they don't tell you about all the lives that guns save every day. So anyway, guys, I got to get off that deal. I got to get my message here. 2 Peter, guys, chapter 2. But I'm aggravated. I'm aggravated tonight. 2 Peter, guys, chapter 2, verse 12. Here we go. But these, like irrational animals, creatures of instinct, born to be caught and destroyed, blaspheming about matters of which they are ignorant, will also be destroyed in their destruction. He was just talking about the ignorant people that I was just talking about. Suffering wrong as the wage of their wrongdoing, for their wrongdoing. They count it pleasure to revel in the daytime. They are blots and blemishes, reveling in their deceptions while they feast with you. They have eyes full of adultery, insatiable for sin. They entice unsteady souls. They have hearts trained in greed, accursed children. Forsaking the right way, like I was talking, our country flipped upside down. Forsaking the right way, they have gone astray. They have followed the way of Balaam, the son of Beor, who loved gain from wrongdoing, but was rebuked for his own transgression. A speechless donkey spoke with human voice and restrained the prophet's madness. These are waterless springs, a mist driven by a storm. For them the gloom of utter darkness has been reserved. For speaking loud boasts of folly, they entice by sensual passions of the flesh those who are barely escaping from those who live in error. They promise them freedom, but they themselves are slaves of corruption. For whatever overcomes a person, to that he is enslaved. For if, after they escape the defilements of the world through the knowledge of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, they are again entangled in them and overcome, the last state has become far worse for them than the first. For it would have been better for them never to have known the way of righteousness than after knowing it to turn back from the holy commandment delivered to them. This is talking about people that, and this is another verse, guys, that about the argument about can you lose your salvation or not. I'm not going to say you can lose your salvation, but this is saying That it's better for you to never know the right way, to never know God, than to know it. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that's meaning saved, but to know it, to know the ways of God, and to turn back from the holy commandment delivered to them. What the true proverb says has happened to them. Verse 22. The dog returns to its own vomit, and the sow, after washing herself, returns to wallowing in the mire. So like I said, guys, I don't know, what if this is referring to salvation or not. What do you guys think? Because the Bible also says that once we're saved, nobody can pluck us out of God's hands. It kind of talks about we can't lose it. I don't think this is talking about salvation. I think once you're truly saved, you're saved. But I think this is talking about the people that know the righteous path, and they maybe even walk down that path a little bit, and then just choose to go the other way. Guys, I love you all. Good Lord willing, I'll be here tomorrow night. Till I see you again. Good night, and God bless.